Today's request will be a deep dive on Jimin military awards. He had to be the best. Okay, this video looks very interesting because it looks like it's going to be specifically about the awards that Jimin got during the military time. So let's do it.
Check out my Patreon for blocked or exclusive content, 1-hour video requests, and more. Shout out to all my amazing supporters.
Jimin posted a photo of some of the commendations that he got in the South Korean army. Let's understand what each training requires and what it takes for him to get the top award for those trainings. And of course, how he got the overall Best Trainee Award. Just want to make it clear that the list of activities or components of the training is not comprehensive. The ones that I will be mentioning are the ones that were reported by
So these are, looks like the events. Cool. Oh, there's even buses, bro.
different news organizations or comments made by South Korean military officials in different interviews. Sources are in the description box. This one is a request, and I hope that you'll enjoy it. Korea's Arctic or Winter Training. Korea's Arctic or Winter Training, also known as Hokhangi-yeonryon or Extreme Cold Weather Training, is one of the most grueling, if not the most grueling, military exercises conducted by the South Korean Army. It typically takes place in the harshest months of winter, January or February, and is designed to test soldiers' physical endurance, mental resilience, and tactical performance under freezing conditions. In the very first live stream,
This one looks very harsh, bro. I can't imagine.
of Jungkook and Jimin, they mentioned that during their Arctic training, South Korea recorded the second coldest temperature ever. That essentially makes everything even harder. And here's what this intense training entails. First, the environment and the condition. This is held in remote mountain regions like Pyeongchang or Wachon, with temperatures that often
Minus 15 to minus 30? Oh my goodness. I mean, where I live, we never experience something like that. The minimum never crosses minus 0. But like, wow, I can't really imagine minus 15, how it's gonna be.
drop to negative 15 to negative 30. Or in Fahrenheit, that's negative 5 to negative 22. Now, what are the components of the training? Long distance marches. Soldiers wear full combat gear, carry rifles, and that's a total of about 15 to 20 kilograms of equipment, trekking often 10 to 20 kilometers at a time, multiple times in a day, deep in snow. They do night maneuvers, and this includes setting up temporary bases, patrolling, and performing silent night operations with low to zero visibility. Movement is harder in sub-zero temperatures. Live fire drills and combat simulations, firing weapons with frozen hands and fog goggles, practicing ambushes, defense and infiltration missions in snowy terrain, or getting ambushed with 30 minutes of sleep. Soldiers learn to strategize, plan.
Does she mean 13 minutes in 24 hours?
And execute on the spot, even while they are sleep deprived, alone or with company. They also do snow shelter construction. Soldiers are taught to build makeshift shelters, snow caves, trenches to survive overnight. They learn fire starting, food heating, and sleeping without freezing, often with minimal supplies.
These are some amazing skills,
They
survival
also have
skills.
cold endurance challenges. Exposure drills include standing or moving in freezing winds for extended periods. Training may involve removing gloves or jackets briefly to test tolerance and discipline. So, what is their field living conditions? You build your own snow shelters or set up tents with minimal tools. No heating pads, definitely no luxury. They cook using solid fuel tabs, heating ration packs that may be partially frozen, or sometimes they just eat it frozen, especially when they cannot afford to have smoke to avoid being spotted. Water is melted snow. Their hands, even inside the gloves, go numb fast.
Water is melted snow? Isn't melted snow contaminated? Like, oh no, this could not be, or they need a filter or something, because as I knew, like melting snow usually contains a lot of bacteria. You can't drink it, it's not drinkable.
At night, your mission may involve patrolling or defending a mock base against an enemy attack in pitch black terrain, often getting nothing but 10-minute naps. This is mental and physical warfare. Isolation plus cold plus constant orders. Every hour is scheduled. Eat, march, dig, simulate, guard duty, fight, repeat. Superiors give orders that must be executed immediately, no matter how cold, how tired, or how afraid or hungry you are. The freezing cold slows your brain, makes your body ache, and even the simplest task like unzipping a bag or holding a pen, aiming a weapon becomes so damn hard. So, how can someone get a commendation like Jimin? Well, to earn an award during Arctic training, a soldier would need to first take initiative during critical missions. That means he's actually going over and above what is required. He keeps the morale high when others break. He shows precision, calm, and leadership during patrols or simulated attacks. He is actually the best in different forms of weapons used, hand to hand combat, strategic thinking, and just about every aspect of that training. He assists everyone else who are falling behind or struggling mentally because you cannot leave anybody behind and you can't allow anybody to fall behind or they are going to drag the entire team. He finish every task without complaint, even when they are sleep deprived, shaking from the cold, and physically spent. More importantly, he makes up for the shortcomings of team members in order to save the whole team.
So
Jimin also got the
impressive.
top award for South Korea's chemical, biological, and radiological training. So, what is that? Well, there are different components. Number one, protective suit drills. Trainees learn to don protective gears in seconds to shield against chemical agents. They also must learn to wear them properly in different conditions, with zero visibility, with someone trying to stop you from wearing them with only one hand, and other hurdles. Then they enter a gas chamber filled with irritants like tear gas. Next, they do movement
What?
and
Oh my goodness, this is so uncomfortable.
soldiers engage in extreme physical exercises and training, from running to rope and wall climbing to hurdles, to simulate stress and discomfort, reinforcing calm and protocol adherence under duress. They are given physical puzzles to solve while other senior soldiers prevent them from actually solving the given problems. At intervals, trainees must remove their masks, maintain composure, and recite personal details such as name, rank, ID, or other specific information they were asked to memorize mere seconds or mere minutes before actually getting in. This forces them to perform precise actions under physiological stress, irritation in eyes, lungs, and throat, training muscle memory, and calm in chaos. Jimin, of course, got the top trainee award based on several accounts of several trainees out of over 800 recruits under Korean boot camp. For a soldier to be qualified to get the top trainee award, he must place in top 1% of the cohort. Yes, only 1% of
Wow, that's very small percentage. That's the lowest ever. Oh man, he really worked
trainees
himself.
actually earn the distinction, and he must have excellent physical conditioning. The soldier needs to score grade 1 in all physical fitness tests, and that includes push ups, hurdles, sit ups, running. He needs high marksmanship, at least 80% accuracy in shooting drills. He needs to complete a 20-kilometer march with full combat gear, including backpack, weapons, etc. And he needs to get top performance in competitive rounds. After initial qualifiers, final candidates, about 11 out of 800, are narrowed down further. Only about 8 wins, and that is determined based on higher scores or sometimes a single extra shot in target practice. Often, trainees in leadership positions like platoon head trainee tend to receive this award. Okay, let's get down to each of the components. Shooting drills. Let's look at shooting drills a little deeper. Here are some drills that they do. Zero shooting. This is to adjust the iron sight of the K2 or other issued rifle so shots hit the target precisely at a set range, usually about 100 meters. So at the range, shooters fire multiple shots in a static controlled stance to fine-tune alignment with the target. Next is record shooting. The goal is to build consistency and accuracy under timed, standardized fire. Soldiers fire several rounds at the target within a time limit with strict scoring based on accuracy. Next is reflexive or combat fire. The objective is to develop rapid aiming and firing skills under movement. This is critical in close quarters or quick reaction scenarios. Soldiers fire their K2 or similar weapons while moving, engaging targets briefly under time pressure. This is similar to US Army reflexive fire training. Next is point.
So they need to learn how to fire while moving and in a stress situation. Yeah, because the enemy will never wait for you to shoot.
Shooting or quick kill techniques. The aim is to teach instinctive firing without reliance on sights, essential for sub 15 meter ranged encounters. Shooters elevate the rifle and fire at close targets based on pointing reflex, not aiming. This includes time drills like firing at a silhouette within 1 second. Another is what they call Mozambique drill. The soldier is about 7 to 10 yards from the target, and the soldier fires 2 quick shots to the torso, also known as the center of mass, and then 1 follow-up shot to the head. Shooters complete this in 2 to 4 seconds, and they cannot miss. Another is called,
like, imagine without aiming, you have 0 second. You need to go directly to the target. That's just insane thinking about
the
it.
El Presidente drill. 3 targets spaced 1 meter apart, and shooter starts facing away. The soldier turns and draw. He fires 2 shots at each target, reload, then fire another 2 at each. Outstanding shooters finish this in about 10 seconds, and elite ones finish this under 5 seconds. They also have what they call the reload 1 drill. The shooter engages 1 shot, reloads, then engages another at 5 to 10 yards. Elite shooters finish this in under 5 seconds. No misses. Another exercise is the live fire combat exercise. They simulate real battlefield conditions, integrating shooting with movement, cover, and tactical coordination. Soldiers engage targets in sequence, moving between positions, coordinating with teammates, and this drill often replicates urban or open field combat settings. So, to put it all together, to earn at least 80% marksmanship and to be a top trainee, a soldier must master bore sighting and zero shooting, consistently place rounds in the bullseye under timed record fire, perform accurate reflexive fire while moving, execute point shots quickly at close range, and show proficiency in live fire field exercises. This disciplined progression from precision to dynamic combat is what sets elite trainees like Jimin apart as top 1% performers. And we're still not done. They also must achieve grade 1 in physical test. Here are some of the physical fitness tests that they go through. Push-ups under 2 minutes. Those that are age 26 to 30. To get grade 1, they need to make 62 to 69 reps in 2 minutes. They may get special rank if they are able to do 70 reps. Passing minimum is 54 reps, and that is grade 2. Sit-ups. This is also 2 minutes. And they need to do 76 to 83 repetitions. And for them to get special rank, they need to do 84 or more repetitions. And the passing minimum is 68 repetitions, and that is grade 2. 3-kilometer run. They need to do this between 12 minutes 46 seconds to 13 minutes 52 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
But if they finish under 12 minutes and 45 seconds, then they get special
This
rank.
is on full speed.
The passing minimum is 14 minutes 59 seconds, and they get grade 2. For combined scoring and ranking, each event is scored individually. Push-up, sit-up, running. So for a soldier to get grade 1 overall, then he must receive grade 1 or higher in all 3 events. Now let's take a closer look at competitive rounds. This refers to a series of military performance challenges that are scored, ranked, and directly compared across an entire cohort or unit. This isn't about just doing well or reaching a certain standard, but about outperforming everyone else, which is what Jimin did. First, in shooting and marksmanship competitions. For standard rifle range qualifications, soldiers shoot at targets from various distances, typically 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters, etc., while prone, standing, or kneeling. There's also the moving target drills. This simulate combat conditions. Targets may pop up and move. High scorers must hit 80% or more speed and precision. Then there's also the night or obscured vision shooting. Sometimes it includes shooting under stress or in poor lighting, or even almost zero visibility.
Damn. These exercises look exciting. Like you really want to learn something like this. You want to challenge yourself. But the conditions is not a joke, bro. Like, it's just not a joke. The harsh conditions can just be insane, especially if people are not used to
Next
them.
is obstacle course and endurance races. These are designed to simulate real combat fatigue. They do combat obstacle course. They crawl under barbed wire, scaling walls, rope climbing, and sprints while in full combat gear. They do forced marches. They do long distance marches, about 10 or more kilometers, with heavy backpacks, 20 to 30 kilograms, often used to evaluate stamina. They also do timed physical fitness rounds, push-ups, sit-ups, and runs are scored against age-based grading systems. To earn grade 1, soldiers must finish the fastest, show zero procedural violations, and recover the fastest.
Wow,
Next is
man,
tactical simulation.
Your physical body and ability matters a
And
lot.
leadership rounds. This involve real-time decision making in high-stress scenarios like capture the base or defense missions. Recruits are divided into teams and simulate attacking and defending positions. Night operations drills. And this involves navigating terrain with limited visibility while following mission briefs. Reconnaissance challenges. They must identify enemy positions or retrieve data while avoiding simulated detection. In this, both physical execution and mental clarity are evaluated. Scoring is based on creativity, execution, and leadership under pressure. Now, the final competitive ranking often includes peer respect score. Who do others see as reliable under pressure? There's also the commander evaluation. Was the trainee disciplined, consistent, and adaptive? And this scores matter especially when two or more soldiers are tied in physical stats or drill scores. Only one person per unit or training cycle is usually awarded top trainee or outstanding trainee, making it one of the highest individual honors during service. For Jimin to earn this, especially in a demanding artillery unit, it confirms that he outperformed dozens, possibly hundreds of peers across every category. He excelled not only in physical strength, but in discipline, focus, and team leadership. And his performance wasn't just good, it was actually the best. And now we get to
Gosh,
Korean
he has to
Army
be good in
Bravery Award.
everything.
The Korean Army Bravery Award is also known as the Army Merit Citation. This is included with the No Military Service Certificate, and it is awarded to soldiers who completed their service with noteworthy contribution. According to official Army policy, this award recognizes service members who have completed their service responsibly with no major incidents, achieved excellence in multiple areas such as exceptional performance in basic training or advanced training, participation in specialized units or assignments, leadership roles or volunteer contributions, frontline or high responsibility roles. Commanders review each soldier's record, training scores, duty performance, conduct, and nominate deserving individuals for the award, which is then included in the discharge certificate. So, how did Jimin qualify? Well, Jimin's military record includes Outstanding Trainee Award, Arctic Training Commendation, Top Performance in CBRN Training, and multiple challenge coins and other recognitions. I don't think anyone is going to argue why he actually got this award. Well, I certainly had fun doing it. I hope that you had fun watching it. I am very, very proud of Jimin, especially after he said that when he started the training, he really didn't want to do it, or at least there was a part of him that didn't want to do it. But once he started the training, he gave it his all, and obviously he excelled. Just wanted to clarify that I am in no way, I have always been against forcing people into doing things that they don't want to do. I'm totally against that. I don't like that. But South Korea is not my country. I do understand that they still are at war. But just like the video, the one that I just published yesterday, just as just like what I said in that video, I feel that there has to be some sort of change in how they're actually doing this service thing. I think that they should look into how they can maximize and utilize the skills of people instead of forcing them to fit in a certain mold that doesn't really maximize or allow them to use the skills of the person for to serve the purpose of the military. But what do I know, right? At this point, I'm just glad that they are out. Just like what I said yesterday, from now on, I just want to really concentrate in celebrating the beginning of of whatever it is that they're going to take on. I, I, I have full confidence in them. I know that they're going to do whatever they think is best for themselves and for the group. And I just can't wait. I'll be here for it. I'll be supporting them, and I hope that you will too. Again, very very proud of Jimin. He always surprises me with what he really can do. He excels in everything. Okay, hope to hear your thoughts. Leave them in the comment section below. As always, you can say whatever it is that you want to say. Just please do so respectfully. And please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button because that's really helping my channel.
Yeah, that was a great video. Shout out to Asian entertainment culture. This is a very informative video. I have learned so many stuff. And also, like, it's not AI voiceover, it's a real human talking, so it was very easy to understand. Yeah, what shocking is how difficult the training is, because I watched the live of JK and Jimin and they mentioned the challenges, especially the mental challenges, but I never had any idea about like the nature of training. I never thought, for example, it's gonna be outside in a very harsh weather. They would spend nights out there, get less sleeping. Yeah, these things, especially in nowadays age, I thought things are getting easier, but I guess in military it's no difference. But I'm really glad that Jimin passed that perfectly and he's healthy and fine.